This episode of The Talking Dads is brought to you by Little Scholars Early Learning Center. Whether your family needs infant care, a preschool program, or before and after school care, Little Scholars' highly rated Step Up to Quality programs provide quality early childhood education at an affordable price. Visit www.littlescholars.net to get in contact with an enrollment specialist and schedule a tour of any of their 5 Lake County campuses. Here's the deal. Talking Dads fans are getting a little bonus right now. Mention that you heard about Little Scholars through our podcast when you tour and receive $25 off your registration fee.
All right. And I could definitely vouch for Little Scholars. I have a son that goes there. He loves it. He's happy every day to go to school. I got to say, it's a great place. Check it out. At least come take a tour.
Again, that's Little Scholars Early Learning Center, where children learn, play, and grow together.
In a world where moms continue to dominate parenting authority and a father's role is minimized in society, 2 dads take on the toughest parenting topics on a weekly basis, all while drinking bourbon. They are the Talking Dads.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. This is the Talking Dads, episode number 19. I'm Ian. Over on my right, we have Steve. And in the middle here, our guest tonight, we have Mr. Corey Citraro. What's up, dude?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
Appreciate you guys having me on the show.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Long
Be a
time
fun
coming.
one. Yes.
Yes, it has been.
So
I wasn't upset about it or anything. It's not like I unsubscribed or anything like that. No,
Did you?
No.
He may have.
Yeah, possibly.
Did you resubscribe?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
After the text came through.
Yeah.
You know what? Those guys aren't so bad after all.
I'll never give another shot.
I'm going to give it another try.
Just went and got rid of the voodoo doll that I had in the corner.
That's why my back's been bothering me.
Exactly.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, man. All right, so in a minute here, we're going to ask you to give your dad profile, which you can think about it for a moment. Just who you are, what you do, talk about your kids, a couple minute or so. In the meantime, though, while you're thinking, we're going to pour out some delicious bourbon.
Yes.
Tonight we have Heaven's Door. It's a Tennessee bourbon. Something I picked up.
Cheers.
I meant to do that. That was a cool sound.
Pretty excited. I haven't had this, so I'm actually pretty excited to try it. Nice.
Gosh.
So yeah, Corey, you can go ahead and start with your dad profile.
Sure. So, father of 3. So I have a 4-year-old girl, 7-year-old boy, and then a stepson who's actually just moved out. He is going to be 20 this year.
Is he really?
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, my God.
You guys remember when he just had this extremely high voice?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, Alex is 20.
I know.
That is insane. I remember
Yeah.
he was 5.
Yeah, it was like, actually, yeah, 5. I think he just turned 6.
Or 6, yeah.
Yeah, when Christy and I started dating. But he's officially moved out as of yesterday.
Wow.
Which is a milestone. Christy's already started cleaning the room out like immediately.
That's what you do, though, right?
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
Storage.
For my profession, IT director for a private aviation company.
is that what you're doing now?
That's what I'm doing
I feel like
now.
I never know.
Yeah,
I mean, I know you're always IT, but
for a
like,
good year, you know,
He's just
my
IT.
year and a half tenure.
yeah, nice.
Till I move on to,
Something else?
but
Very
no,
cool.
yeah, I've always been doing that for about 14 years now, actually.
Very cool. Yeah,
yeah.
I know. At least from Steve and I's perspective, like you were the first one with a kid, right? Like you know, like you said, Alex is your stepson, but I mean, again, we were 20.
Oh my goodness, yeah,
Dude, I
early
mean,
20s, hanging out. Other than Tommy, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
because Tommy had kids real young.
He did. Wasn't Tommy 11?
Yeah, I think so.
When he had his first kid.
I think he still is.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Got that young look.
Yeah, the guy's amazing.
Yeah, he had to choose between homecoming and going to see his kid get delivered.
Pretty much.
So yeah, no, but I was definitely the first one, and for me, my wife's 3 years older than me, so and even though she had our oldest when she was young, for me it was still like, you know, I had to switch gears really quick. Went from partying, being a goofball pretty much all the time. You know, I had my job. It wasn't a career, it was a job. You know, to really taking him on as a son and getting serious with her. So I remember that, and it was definitely a time where I saw that I had to mature relatively quickly.
Yeah. Sure. I mean,
sure, man.
Kids
That's a big
definitely
change
do that for you. And I can't imagine, and you can talk about it a little bit more if you want, like the difference. So like our kids are, Gibbs just turned 4.
Yeah.
You know, that's my oldest. So like having to start at, when he was 6, you said?
Yep.
So like just starting at 6 years old, like, I don't know, that would be so different, right? Like,
Oh, for sure. But I mean, if that's
like
the way you start, though,
still like because all right, so you bring a baby home from the hospital and like you have no idea what you're in for. Mm-hmm. But to go from, like you said, having a good time and doing what typical early 20s guys do, hanging out, and then all of a sudden, well, shit, I gotta like help this kid with his homework and like, right? Like,
Oh, yeah,
I
no,
mean, that's kind of what it
that
was.
for sure. You're jumping right into it.
It was crazy for me, and I mean, even for my family, to be honest. Like, you know, coming from a very conservative family, it was kind of like, you know, I had girlfriends before that, but this was a serious relationship, and taking that on was like, I remember my dad talking to me specifically. He was like, I don't know if you understand what this means.
Right.
Like, you're literally going to have influence over, you know, this child, and he's going to look up to you in every way. And for me, that was part of the reason why, you know, her and I split for a little while after we started dating, because I was just like, this is too much.
It's a lot to handle, yeah.
How old were you?
So I was 20 and then turned 21 that summer. So 21, basically 20 going on 21.
Yeah.
I still had my fake ID when I met her. So she thought that I was such a badass when I whipped out that bad boy. Like, literally looked nothing like me.
So hot.
Yeah, she's like,
just Harry.
He's such a badass.
He's so dangerous.
I want it. So I literally went from that to, you know, again, being a father, which, you know, full transparency, the father was only in the picture. The biological father was only in the picture for a little while.
Yeah.
And then moved away and was really completely out of the picture, which obviously sucks for him.
Yeah.
But in the long term, I think it was better because, you know, he wasn't a positive influence. So, you know, a couple years, yeah, gosh, Chrissy's going to be mad if I don't know the exact time, but I did adopt him, you know, gave my name and everything.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You know, and that was at his request. And, you know, again, I wanted to make sure he was okay with it and say, hey, I mean, you're already part of the family. I guess this makes it like official.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that was.
You see those videos all the time on Facebook, like especially like around the holidays, like stepkid gives stepdad a present and it's will you adopt me or something like that.
That's
like,
great too.
Like those like get me. Like,
oh yeah,
like holy shit, that's amazing.
For sure.
You know?
Like you said, like he was all about that, and I mean, that meant the world to him. Right? Like you were his dad.
Yeah,
you know,
it was. You know, it was crazy. You know, and with him again, it's been challenging. You know, so the dynamic here, still kind of talking about the dad profile, I guess, is the wide spectrum. So I have younger kids, and then the older kid who is going through, you know, just being a complete asswipe as a teenager, like basically all of us are.
Yeah. I can't even imagine.
And, you know, making dumb decisions that we're trying to work through with him, and that's just a challenge. Different levels of stress, different kinds of stress, making sure that somebody doesn't do something. Once they get to that age, they can start doing stuff that actually like screws up their entire life. Which is what you don't want. You know, and then you have another one that's just shitting down their leg, and you just got like poop all over your knuckles. So
so you're just dealing with all of it at the same time.
Just
everything.
Screaming at your teenager with poopy knuckles. Like, you know how many times I did that?
It's got to be neat.
Oh yeah, it's phenomenal.
Awesome.
It's phenomenal.
Oh man.
Yeah. So and then Dominic's what? 8'7" now or 8'7"?
That even seems
7.
crazy.
Yeah, 7, and he's an absolute lunatic.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know, obviously, been around my kids enough to know just like go, go, go.
Yeah, for sure.
And talking, moving until the minute he passes out, like standing up and just falls over.
My favorite memory of Dominic actually is we were doing a gender reveal party for Gibson. You know what I'm talking about? And so we were all at my in-laws' house. They lived in Kirtland at the time. And so, again, none of us had kids. Mm-hmm. So you guys brought Dominic, and that was obviously cool. Like, you know, but we're all hanging out, and Dominic, he's like a boy's boy. So he was playing with all of us and just like whatever.
Wrestling around.
And I remember, like, so we did fireworks because we're crazy for a gender reveal.
Yeah, I forgot that you guys did fireworks.
So I just remember, like,
normal?
telling everyone, I was like, all right, we're getting ready to start. It's finally dark enough. Like, come outside. And Dominic just screams. He's like, hold on. I can't find my weapons. And he was what, like 3?
3.
Yeah, he was probably 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was for Gibson. How old's Gibson
Yeah,
now?
4
Gibson's
now,
4.
so-
He
Yeah.
just turned 4. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I can't find my
I
weapons.
can't find my weapons.
Stand by.
And I'm sure he found them and like put them in the back of his shirt.
He had like a sword and like
Yeah,
nunchucks.
and then the blue fireworks come out, and Chelsea's like, well, I guess we're having a ball. I'm like, all right, I'll start compiling weapons.
yeah, just make sure you always have weapons
Which I
available at all
literally do.
times.
Oh yeah.
Got to have them available at all times.
Yeah, it's my favorite Dominic memory ever. Like, it was just amazing.
Wait, I can remember that vividly. We're all getting ready to go outside. Ah, so good.
You know, I was like nervous as hell, like figuring out what we were gonna do and you know all that stuff. But yeah, that's cool.
it's
And
good
then
times.
Liv is she turned 4 this summer.
She turned
right?
4.
She's like 4 going on like 16.
Yeah.
She's
She is. I mean, you hear it a lot. Everybody says it, but like it's true in terms of the differences between boys and girls. Like I love my boys. I love everybody. I want to say that I love them all equal, but there's a protective nature to your daughter, and there's just something about like she pushes me around.
Yeah.
Like, literally owns me in any way, shape, or form, and like one of the only people I think ever that has just been able to make me her like snack bitch. Like,
I know how that is.
snacks.
literally just whatever, just go get me a popsicle.
Yes, ma'am.
Bring it back. I didn't want blue. I wanted red. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
My mistake.
Sorry, it won't happen again.
Yeah.
Your mistake
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah. Just had to sprint to the neighbor's house to find a red one.
Hey, you got red, bro?
Anyone got a red?
Hey,
Dude, I need red.
Bro, you got
Just
red?
slamming on the door. God damn it!
Don't make me get Dominic's weapons.
Yeah, exactly. She is a girl's girl, princess outfits,
Yeah.
get up. I mean, just a firestorm. Like
Yeah.
right now, she is quite possibly the worst she's ever been. In terms of
At
just
4.
yeah, it's absolutely just absurd the things that she gets pissed about still, and just is so mad to be inconvenienced. And if you guys know too, like when they ask you for something, there's zero chance for you to even like have time to react.
No.
I want you to put on the Descendants song. Dad, put on the Descendants song. Literally, I'm striving. It just scares me. Start swerving. Literally, no chance
that's
to do anything.
100%. That's 100%. Gibbs does the same thing. He's like, Dad, can we listen to Miles Morales? I'm like, yeah. He goes, louder. I'm like, dude, it's not even started yet.
Yeah.
But you don't have any, like he said, you don't have zero
No.
time to react.
Right.
And it's like, I'm like, dude, you told me 5 times already. I am on my way to do it. Just give me 1 second, please. Sam always tells me we're playing I'm the monster. I got to chase him around. He tells me 600 times I'm the monster. I'm like, dude, it's very clear that I am the monster. Like, I'm
We all
always
know.
the monster. Like, I know. Yeah, but you're the monster. Dad, you're the monster. I'm like, fucking monster. I got it. That's so true, though, man. No time. You can't.
No.
So, for him, ever.
So you said Liv is the worst right now that she's been.
Yeah.
So-
She's
So far.
yeah. So far.
So you hear a lot of people talk about terrible twos. Mm-hmm. And my thought process going through, Sloane's just turned 2. So I'm interested to see how she turns out over the next couple years. But like for Gibbs, 3 was the worst. But now he's only been 4 for like few weeks, so
Yeah,
that
well.
can change real quick.
Yeah, I mean,
But like everyone always says 2s, and I was like 2 wasn't that bad.
It just depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
'Cause people always say like 3 is the worst.
Yeah.
And that could be true because 3
You
has
just
been
hear
awful.
terrible 2s, right?
Yeah.
it's pretty much whatever age they are when they ask you. That's the
Yeah.
worst.
No, you're right.
It gets to a certain. It's just.
Well, that's true though, because it's a different set
It is.
of it's what you're dealing with
And you
now.
forget it's all
Right.
you forget kind of how it was at one point in time, and
Yeah.
you're
sure.
thinking about how it is in the present, and there's different challenges as they get older. I mean, Dom now, he's as smart as a whip, but he likes to question everything, like straight up. You can say, this table's white, and we're like, no, it isn't. I'll be like, what do you mean, no, it isn't? It's not white. I'm telling you, like,
is a fact
You can
that this is white.
Google what does white look like and just show him, and he'll be like, doesn't matter, it's not right. And you just want to punch him in the face. Like, that's literally what I want to do. And then it's so challenging, but at the same time, you're happy that they have such a personality about them, and that that stubborn will, the will that you hope turns into something good to make them successful and happy, is because they're driven. I think he's going to be in sales because he's always negotiating with me no matter what. Like, there's no.
Well, that's probably a product though of what he sees, right? I mean, like you and Christy probably negotiate like any couple does. Like, all right, yeah, I'll do this and you do that. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like a lot of that. And if you obviously. You're a very strong-willed person, so so I mean that's what kids see, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they emulate.
And
so.
his mom is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Christy is too. That's for sure.
It is. They are both products of their parents' personalities, and they're both extremely strong-willed. And again, it's just challenging at times. And, you try your best to kind of navigate through it. And I am not a patient person by nature. I have like zero patience.
Right.
So, and it's actually made me better to be a dad because you have to have
100%.
some.
You have to be
Or
patient, yeah.
if you,
Dude, I used to have no patience, and I feel like I have some now.
me
'cause
too.
You have to.
I feel like I have, Christy might disagree, my wife might disagree, but I feel like I have, enough to at least, when it comes to having challenging conversations or trying to teach your kids something or help them develop. Like, I'm the one who had a lot of those tough conversations with Alex. I probably will with Dominic. I'm more able to kind of analyze things and talk through things, and don't get too emotional about it. But I guess where my lack of patience comes in is just like, madness and crazy kids and like all, like I was coming here tonight and I walked downstairs and there was like 37 kids in my house.
Was it really?
Christy just stares at me like her eyes are like this. When I walk downstairs, she's like, I don't.
You're like, I gotta go.
I'm like, hey, we'll be seeing you. Just drive through the lawn to get out of there.
Good luck.
So all the neighbor kids congregate at your house?
Yeah. And Dom's like a socialite.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, come over. We got popsicles and we got
Weapons.
fruit. Yeah, weapons. Fruit
unlimited
roll-ups,
weapons.
Reese cups. Slim Jims. He's like, you could get whatever you want. Ice cubes. Watch this table. You could lift up the table and put it down. Like, just loves having.
Well, I
people
literally want to come over now.
I don't blame you at all.
I mean,
like,
Slim Jims.
He makes me excited
sold.
about the house that I live in. I'm like, wow, it is pretty sweet, isn't it, Tom?
This is great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
He's also into Fortnite. Like,
Oh, is he?
Is he?
Oh, like obsessed. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he has his buddies on there and adds people. Every time somebody tries to add him, he comes down and asks me, can I add this person? Oh, can I tell him my name?
So that's an interesting thing.
Okay, yeah.
So Gibbs actually came home the other day, and so someone at school must have said something, not about Fortnite, but so he asked me about Mario. He goes, Dad, can you teach me about Mario? And it was like such a heartwarming moment for me. Like, I was just so happy. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can. Like,
Ian will show him the old Mario. He'll be like, this is garbage.
That's literally what I'm trying to do. So I looked it up, and like on the what's the new Nintendo called? Switch. You can download like the classic games.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's my next purchase, I think. Is
Dom
to get
has one of those.
and like try and.
How much are one of those? I've never even looked into that.
I'm guessing they're the same.
Weren't they
as,
like sold? Like, could you
PlayStations.
not find them for a while? Weren't they like
Yeah, when they
sold
first came out.
Yeah, I mean, naturally, that's what happens with all of them. But
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get one.
I think it was a big deal though. Yeah.
I'll probably
So
buy one for
yeah,
myself.
It was.
Well,
It's-
yeah, 100%.
Let's be honest. We'll just be playing together.
Oh,
But I
it
was
is
so
sweet.
excited that okay, because he plays a game on my phone, so he earned some time to play this tag with Ryan, and it's basically a temple run.
yeah,
So you
he's good at that.
Swipe
too.
left, swipe right, up, down, like that's it. But like the kid's good at it. It's amazing to me, and so like if he's into that, I mean, I loved video games.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we all did. So.
Yeah,
They
still do.
and it's crazy how they're going to be. As you could see the generational gaps. Like,
Right.
my dad would still play video games with me. We would play like Double Jam, or we would play like what was that? The Cobra game.
Contra.
Contra.
Oh my God, game was the best.
Ninja Turtles arcade game, like the stuff
yeah.
where you can team up.
Yeah, yeah.
And he'd be decent at that, but like if you played Tomb Raider or Resident Evil, like the stuff that took any bit of coordination, like he
Yeah.
would just.
It's like nah.
Oh, there's more than two buttons.
He'd always say, he'd be like, it's okay, I'm the brains, all right? You're the brawn every time. I'd be like, that doesn't make any sense. I literally found out where to go. He's like, no, it's without me, we would literally get in fights. He'd be like, without me, you wouldn't be able to do this. You wouldn't be able to do it without me here. You wouldn't be able to beat this game.
You probably got in the biggest fights with your dad because I know how you are with video games.
Dude.
Jesus, man.
My mom would come down and yell at us because we would get mad at each other when we were on a team playing basketball. Like, I would tell him to pass. Naturally, I was an asshole and a ball hog, and he would actually want to shoot it for his limelight and just completely airball it. And I would be furious. I'm like, come on, what do you do? Literally, don't talk to me that way. We're literally screaming at each other, and my mom, she's like, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna throw it in. I'm gonna throw it in the garbage. Just don't.
The Corey playing video games, Halo. It would be me, you, and Newbert playing. It was a nightmare because him and Newbert would just fight the whole time. And I would just sit there and it's like,
So
it was like I
bad.
don't even want to be here right now because it got so violent, just so uncomfortable.
That's awesome.
It's so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. It was so fun though.
Dude, at the time we were still playing when I was like 20 years old, 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
It literally ended in go home.
Seriously, then those two would be fighting, and I would just be like it'd be like uncomfortable mommy and daddy fighting at the dinner table, and I would just like,
Well,
and I would just have to leave. I would just be like, I'm going home.
Nubert's pretty intense with video games.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. The
he
two of
was.
them,
Yeah.
it's like it was
So,
insane.
I mean, there was a point where we were playing Call of Duty at my house, and Newbert didn't leave my house for literally 6 months.
Dude, I would go over there after. I would go over there after work. Ian wouldn't even be home. Ian was working like 12s at the time, so I would show up and
He did. He
Newbert
lived
would be
on
on
my
the.
couch for
He
like
lived in the
6
couch.
months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Dude, there would be every fast
Chelsea.
food bag all over the floor, just everywhere. It was coming there. He's like,
amazing.
I'd walk in there. He's still playing. He's like, "What's up? Well, you guys have prestige 15 times already. The game came out last night."
I'm like, yeah.
That's the best.
I've never had 6 months. I mean, I had a couple 5-day benders with
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
And I'd be like, do you want to brush your teeth? Or and he'd be like, nah.
Nah,
No, I'm good. I got a couple more rounds in
I'm
me.
like, okay.
yeah, refill my empty out my urinal for me. Thanks, Mom.
But no, I'm super excited for Gibbs to get into some video games. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think that's something fun that we can do.
Dude, Mario would be great.
Yeah, you know.
Mario Kart, all that stuff, man. That'd
It
be
is.
fun.
But like, how quick is the transition from like kids games to shit like Fortnite?
Well, apparently
Like,
quick.
that's
Crazy.
quick, right? Like,
It,
Well-
it is crazy.
Yeah, it's got to be so fast.
They're,
Once they figure out how to use everything.
Exactly. In the core, the generational difference is like, we're good. So we play video games and, I still hold my own. Like I was beating Alex at Smash Brothers until he left the house.
Right.
Like,
2 days ago.
Yeah.
literally just destroying up until he left. But kids are just around technology between iPads and iPhones and everything else they
It's
play
natural.
with. Like that's all they know how to do it and they're good at it. And yeah, the transition, like he plays Call of Duty, he'll play it versus me. Mm-hmm. And I mean, at first it started, he went from like looking at the sky and spinning in circles
Right.
to like literally being able to actually shoot me
Yeah.
within like a few times of playing. And it, again, he's only 7 years old. So
Yeah,
it's crazy.
so picks it up fast. But I was gonna rewind quite a bit here
Yeah.
to the beginning of this conversation about video games when you said that he comes down to ask you if he could add a friend.
Oh yeah.
So how, as a parent, do you approach that? Because like it could be, you know how sick people are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he could be some adult trying to talk to little kids or something. So I mean, how does that work with that game? I've never played.
Yeah,
I don't know how Fortnite is, so I don't know if you are able to check anything before you allow your child to add somebody to the game?
You can. So, I mean, there's. Oh,
sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
So there's the, which you guys probably know. You can, on like PS4, which he has, you can reveal your full name to somebody, like if they're a close friend. If not, it's just a gamer tag.
Yeah.
For him, quite honestly, a lot of it is me educating and trusting him. Like, I'm like, there's certain things you never tell anybody. You don't tell them where you live, what city you live in.
Yeah.
You never give out your last name. You don't even have to give your age. Like, none of that information is something that you give out. And if they add them on a voice party and they're playing with them, like, I'll check in every once in a while with them. But
so yeah, I mean, just kind of monitor it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that he comes down and asks me and knows he needs to be, he needs to be careful with that is good.
That's a good thing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And he, but like there's a couple times where he's like, went down and he's like, yeah, this kid was like 17 or something and wanted to play. And I'm like, I mean, it seems kind of weird or whatever. And I'm like, so you need to defriend him. And he literally lost his fucking mind. Like scream, crying, stomping. You're just ruining all my friends. My life is over. Like, what are they going to do? This guy just needs to play with me. Like, literally lost his mind. I'm sitting there. I didn't even expect that reaction because I'm like,
not a big deal.
He'll move on. But he went nuclear.
Yeah.
So yeah, after that, there's a ton of like 45-year-old dudes and stuff that added them.
No, I think you're right though, because that's like a real concern for any like the online world, right? Like, or even just life in general, is teaching the principles and the values to your kids, and then I think what you said was good is trusting them. And then educating as they make mistakes, because they're going to make mistakes, right?
Oh,
like,
for sure.
There's going to be the 17-year-old kid that wants to play, and you're like, hey, that's just not appropriate, right? And so you fix it, and then hopefully he understands why, and he's not going to right away, but like eventually he will. But I think that's a good point, though. Is just like it's one of those things where I always think if you completely shut something down,
you're right.
Like, you're not doing anything to really educate them.
100%.
No,
like
you got to let them live. Live and learn.
Like
that's
and that's a hard thing to do as a parent.
Well, it can be scary,
I know
but
Chelsea's going to be insane about that.
It is.
It's tough because you want to protect them, but you can completely shelter them to the point where, they're, like you said, you're not going to learn anything that way.
Right.
So you got to trust them and let them figure it out. And it's a good thing that he comes and talks to you about it. So that's huge, and that's what you hope they will do.
It is. You're, and to both your points, a lot of the stuff, with school and social media and the way things are today, they have, access to things and people that we wouldn't necessarily have access to, in our day. So to me, I think that it's very important, rather than to try to block them from the inevitable, is to educate them as to what's right and what's wrong. Right. Even like me, for example, I mean, I have a ton of flaws, but I certainly swear way more than I should in front of my kids. But at the same time, like I tell them, they know it's inappropriate, and especially in front of other people and certain things you don't say and stuff like that. But I'd be foolish to say like I can't swear around them because I never want them to hear that.
Right. Here's the deal.
They walk down the street.
They're going to hear it anyway.
Right.
They're going to hear it anyway. You're going to be out in public somewhere. You're going to have somebody swearing up a storm or something. It's going to happen no matter what. But what's important is that they know that's not acceptable. That's not what you want them to do.
Yep.
Well,
so
if you can turn anything into a lesson, like it can be a valuable moment, right? For sure. I mean, and yeah, you can certainly make attempts. I'm sure even though that you do swear too much in front of your kids, I'm sure you still stop yourself more times than you normally would.
Yeah.
Yes, Ian, that's
definitely, dude. I appreciate that olive branch, but I gotta swat it away.
All right then.
So that doesn't even end there with just a 7-year-old child, though. Like the video games and things like that, and the technology now that we never had to deal with as kids, as our parents didn't have to deal with it. Is Alex, for example? I know he's got a girlfriend at the moment, right?
Yep.
So you hear horror stories about people that use dating sites and things like that too. And the sick thing is a lot of people that use that shit now use it to like lure people in.
Yeah.
You hear stories about like a college kid meets up with has a girl that
Yep.
meets. I don't even know how those things work. I don't even know the word.
Catfish.
Something like that. I mean, you know how the catfishing. Like so,
what's
but
it
they
in,
they match or something. They Tinder. They So you
I
match
know
up with
what you're
somebody
saying.
though. Okay.
Yeah, I know what
And then
you're
they're like,
saying.
okay, well,
What's a
meet me here. Mm-hmm. And then the kid goes to the girl, like thinking he's gonna meet like a girl. And
Yeah.
he's like, I've heard stories of like people getting like beat, like jumped.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so that's the type of shit. Like, so you have to like make sure your kids, like Alex or like a 20-year-old or a teenager or whatever, knows that kind of stuff is dangerous too. Because technology is easy and it's a lot more accessibility. You could do a lot more, but there's still a lot that you have to teach them to be aware of things. If it seems weird,
Right.
don't do it.
Well, that's the thing is it still all comes down to values. Like if this doesn't feel right, like what
Yeah.
are you going to do about it?
If you have a bad feeling about it, then
you know what
get
I mean?
out.
So you try and teach those values so that way if they're going to run into situations where they don't have you immediately there for guidance. So how do you teach them to react in the right manner? And that's just values, right? It's just this is what's right, this is what's wrong. And you hope for the best, and
just
again,
use their best
you
judgment.
teach the mistakes.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I'm like just horrified when I have to deal with this stuff with Liv.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, again, sorry, not trying to say that one is better than the other, but just there's not the sense of protection with the boys that there is around the girls. So like, I don't even like I joke about it, and it's like the whole cliche of like never dating until you
Right.
Yeah,
40,
absolutely.
but like I'm legitimately planning on it.
I don't blame you though. Hey, you know how we were.
Oh God, like in I mean everybody who knows me is like don't want to be the guy that goes
Yeah.
to pick her up.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, never will.
It's gonna be rough.
Pick her up.
It's funny. So my daughter just had her second birthday, and she got actually both my kids for their birthdays. They got some books as a gift, and they're Star Wars. Are you a Star Wars fan at all? No. So these books are they're just like comic pages, and they're like so. Gibbs got one like Darth Vader raises his son, which is Luke Skywalker, and then my daughter got one Darth Vader raises his daughter, and it's Leia. And it's funny though. So I'm reading this thing to my daughter, and it's like all about like teaching her different things, like whatever, and just like little comic strips. But like every time I read a page, she just points at Darth Vader and goes, "Daddy, Daddy." And I'm like, oh.
Wow, already. Wow. Hey,
Like there's the one part in it where like
you're
she
damn
says,
right.
I hate you. He only kissed me, and like it shows Darth Vader like just murdering this guy. And I'm like,
What kind of
Yep.
books are those, man? That's so good.
it's so good.
She already knows. She goes. Well, she'll get all shy and like turn red if somebody asks about boys and I'm there.
Yeah.
She won't. She goes, boys are gross.
Yeah.
Boys are yucky. And like get all shy and like, and she goes, I'm not, I don't ever want a boyfriend and this stuff. But then, when I'm not there, I understand that there's a different thing going on.
Right.
And
Dude.
Christy enables that.
Yeah. Of course she does. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, because Christy has a really good relationship with her. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
do like the tea parties and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
for
together,
sure.
which is awesome.
She does a lot for the kids, a lot with the kids, and tries to do as much as she can to, have them experience stuff and
Yeah.
Right.
memories.
So
That's the best
I
thing.
just know, like, I feel like she really, after Alex for 20 years, right, and then having Dom, like, I feel like Christy's like just so excited to have Liv. I mean,
Oh
right
yeah,
from the
no,
get, you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, I mean, she was like, I could have been easily done after Dom, and she wanted to have another kid, knowing that she just knew in her gut it was going to be a girl.
Right.
She's like, if it's not a girl, we're going to keep going. And I'm just sitting there crying, sobbing. I don't want to.
Yep.
That's cool.
But
Could be a slippery slope.
yeah, literally.
So
That's what she said.
I forgot I hadn't hit a button in a while.
Yeah, that's good.
That's also what she said.
Yeah.
So quick transition here. I fucking love your shirt.
Yeah, it is a good shirt.
Thanks.
I'm pretty excited. You excited?
I mean, how could you not be? And then you have videos of him like biting into a beer can and shotgunning it.
Good.
And then so Dell just catching the one-handed passes for
I mean,
4 hours
just
straight. I think
barking at the dog
he's still there right now, and he's
Dude.
like just catching them for 24 straight hours.
It doesn't even seem real to me. Still.
I can't wait to see him play.
Like that was one team, the Cavs did their thing, and then LeBron was a hope for a while, and you still thought, the Cavs have a squad, and they did it, and it was fantastic, and everybody loved it. But like everybody knows how the Browns are, and the way that this town is about the Browns, and like just how they've been shitty for so long, and now you have a team that is truly, truly, extremely competitive.
So, is any part of you apprehensive to be excited?
100%. Because how many years have we been so
Yeah.
excited? I mean, this is a different story
I mean,
because
it does seem different, but I feel like I've said that so many times before.
100 times for
You're
20
right.
years we've said that.
Yeah.
And since they came back, it's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, they suck.
This is the year.
Johnny football.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh dude,
Johnny
Brady
Football killed it.
Quinn.
Yeah.
Brady Quinn's coming in, boys. Colt McCoy is gonna be the savior.
Tim Couch.
Oh fuck yeah. Garbage.
I'm
Always
so excited,
garbage.
though. So tomorrow's the first preseason,
And I hope
game.
no one plays.
I know exactly. Yeah, 100%.
It is. Yeah. No, yeah. To your point, though, we've been through that before where we've been excited. I think factually, if you just look at like pure data, we have the best team we've had in a long time.
Oh,
in
yeah,
terms
for
of-
sure.
I mean, I don't think that can be disputed.
So, like, that's something
On
that's
paper,
changed.
we're amazing.
On paper, yeah.
But I mean, so that's something I keep telling myself is that yes, we've had teams before that were decent or had potential, but now like legitimately, and even the way that Brady or Bourbon
Baker. Is that who you're
Baker,
talking
yes,
about?
yeah. I guess I need more. Baker, played last year. It's just stone cold.
Yeah.
Like the guy
he's
legitimately is not afraid to take
Yeah.
risks, and that's what you need to be when you're young in NFL. That's the biggest thing that gets people choked up is the fact that they don't want to.
Yeah.
They don't want to do it, and they don't want to, take the risks to take the team to the next level. And I think he does. So
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
jumped right into it.
I mean, I'm so freaking excited.
I'm trying to stay.
I'm more excited than I am scared. Mm-hmm. Because I've been there before. I've been, super excited before. But like, you're right though. On paper, like this is way different.
Oh, for sure.
Like you can't really dispute that. And so now the question is does the most Cleveland thing ever happen,
Oh god,
Or-
people always say it.
plus,
or did we take a step forward and get out of that shithole
Of the most of the Cleveland things
basement,
happening.
Yeah, right. Like,
something that I think is extremely telling is that Baker looks a lot like your brother-in-law. So
that's true.
For sure.
the fact that is
Did
what it is.
Did he
like,
shave his stash yet?
There's no.
Did he get? No, I'm saying,
Wait,
did
your
Danny
brother-
get a stash?
Danny has a stash too.
Oh, he should do it.
God,
He should do it. If I were him,
he legitimately does.
He
though.
really does.
dude. If I were
Like,
him and I
it's-
was single, I would just be downtown.
and that means something. Like that's an omen. If it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because of Danny.
They're connected. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're connected. So let's make sure Danny stays healthy.
So Danny, I'm gonna put him on blast here for a minute.
Put him on blast.
So when I first met Chelsea's family and everything, was that like how long? 10 years? I don't know.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you 11 or 12. Probably
11
11
years.
years. 11
Can
years.
I tell a story about one of the first dates you had with her?
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I was
yeah.
there. That was.
Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
I think that's
was like, what-
podcast worthy, right?
Was that,
100%.
was that like? That was a Thursday
It
afternoon.
was a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, please do.
No, finish with
Finish it, because we'll bring that up. We'll
Yeah.
keep it.
Yeah.
Put it in your back pocket for now.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah.
So
no.
good.
Like so when I first met, so Danny was a Browns fan, and then like a year or two later, the Saints won the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden he was a Saints fan.
Dude, I give him shit about that
like-
all the time. Like, how long have you been a fan?
Right.
Forever.
Forever.
I'm like, no, since they won the Super Bowl.
I remember I bought him like a Browns jersey for Christmas, like the first year we were together or something like that. So whatever.
Danny.
So I always gave him shit, but he always stayed true to it. And I was like, you know what? I at least give him props for not backing down off of it, right? Like the day after we traded for OBJ,
He's buying a Browns jersey. Oh yeah, here we go. He's like, you know what? Drew Brees is getting a little old. And I guess
Is it a Baker jersey?
No. He works for Lids.
So he probably has both.
Like
or
every jersey ever.
Okay.
Danny, I need a jersey, bro,
I
for
didn't
a good
even know they
price.
sold jerseys there too.
So he works at the Beechwood one, which is called Cardboard Heroes, but it's owned by Lids.
Okay.
And they have a bunch of apparel and jerseys and everything else. It's a sweet store. He's in there all the time. But so I give him shit now. He's like, dude, I'm not even denying it. I'm driving the bandwagon now. Like, it's cool. So, but
he wasn't before though with
especially like
the Saints.
after Baker, like. So last year it started a little bit, and where he would like
Start
watch
making his
the
way.
Browns too, and everything else. It's like, people think I look like him, so I go downtown.
Just naturally, I got to be a fan now.
Yeah, and then he's like full blown now. It's
swatting,
which is cool.
swatting
Like
away the women.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Has to punch him in the face.
So I told him he's got to learn how to bite a beer and shotgun it.
Okay, so that's another thing though. That could have gone so wrong. Like, say I would have done that. First of all, I probably someone throws me a beer and I'm like already drunk. It hits me like in the side of the head. All right, throw me another one. That one, I catch it, but I go to bite into it. It sprays me in the face, and then you just trip over the railing and just fall into the crowd. Like that's what would happen.
It was so perfect.
It was perfect.
So many things could have gone wrong.
Oh yeah, but he nailed it.
It almost pissed me off. How
know.
well
It was so perfect.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you have
it was
to
live,
be so
too.
goddamn perfect?
Like, it was perfect. There was
It's
barely
not like
any
it was a video
spillage.
that he posted. It was just a live thing.
No, it was
He
live.
there.
And like that didn't spray all over the place. It was perfect. And you can't teach speed like that. They just can't teach
can't.
speed. No.
He's so supple.
But like when he did it, like after I watched it for like the 14th time, I was like, dude, that could have been like a Trevor Bauer incident, like a drone.
Oh, he cuts cuts his finger open or something. He trips over the railing in the lows and just falls over the railing. And there's the season. Who's our backup?
But the fact that it did go perfect
Made it
gives
that much
me so much comfort to think that like this season, like it's our time. Like
it has to
he's
be.
He's gonna go out there and lead this team.
And there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to do that.
Yeah. And his defense is gonna be amazing.
I know. No one talks about the defense.
I know.
No, yeah, you're right.
Here's the thing. I want to be realistic about the whole thing. I'm fine with people are like, oh, we're ruining the Super Bowl this year. I'm not going to go that crazy yet. I'm going to go, if we make the playoffs, I will be so happy.
100%.
Sure.
Last year exceeded expectations.
For sure. Now, the worst is, though, that last drive during the Ravens game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Throws that pick, and it's like, and that's the season.
Yeah.
So much excitement leading into that, and then done.
I was pretty happy.
Oh, yeah, because you dodged a bullet.
Did you know
he had
about
a bet.
the bet that me and Raju had?
No.
So
The bet.
So the original bet, it was before the season started last year. So we're coming off of 0-16, and Raj said we were going to go 8-8, and I said there's no chance. And remember, this is like summertime, so like training camp had like what's it called? We were on Hard Knocks last year. That hadn't happened yet, so like I was just trying to be realistic. I'm like 8-8's a stretch, bro. And so anyway, long story short, it goes all the way to week 17. There's 7-7-1. And so, if he would have won, right? 7-7.
Yeah, if we won, you win.
There's
7 wins.
Yeah.
So if they win, Raj wins the bet.
Right.
They lose, Ian wins the bet.
I win the bet. And like we already knew we weren't making the playoffs, so I was like I wanted him to win, but I was also just like,
Sure.
So
No, there's
the
still that
bet
little
originally-
glimmer of hope, though. If there's a scenario,
a bunch of shit.
a lot of things had to go
like
right,
8
but there's still that
different things.
little bit.
So the original bet was season tickets for this year, and I was like,
wow.
bro, that like.
Yeah,
So
that's
at
pretty
some
hefty.
point during the season, we backed it down
To a Hardee's number 3.
I prefer the 6.
Oh, sorry.
So we backed
you.
it down to one game, but we go all out. You know what I mean? So yeah. Thankfully, I ended up winning that bet.
And if Raj watches this at all, I still remember a night when we were talking about this, and Raj was vacation Raj, and he was like, "All right, we're going crazy. The boys are coming. We're getting the tickets." I'm like, "Yeah, this is a great idea, man. You guys get the tickets." And Perry's like, "Dude, just don't say anything. Just let it keep going." He forgot about it, but it sounded great at the time.
Yeah, so we're going to
Which game? Yeah, what game
it was
is
supposed
it?
to be opening day.
Yeah.
But he ended up getting tickets through work. like for like a work event for opening day. So I was like, that's fine. And so we're doing the Sunday night game against the Rams, week 3.
Okay.
So we're sitting. We were gonna do club seats, and we ended up choosing to go in the dog pound instead. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
Both
better.
you guys?
No, we're not going. Raj and Ian are
Me and
going.
Raj, yeah. So we're like 7th row or something like that. It's gonna be sweet. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So, are you planning on going to any games or no?
I
They're
would
gonna
love
be
to.
insane.
I would love to. Yeah.
It's gonna be insane
It's
to
gonna
get
be.
tickets.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
For me, to be honest, like the only time I usually go, well, I went to opening day this year for the Tribe game, obviously, but
Oh yeah.
usually it's only through work.
Yeah.
Or, if there's an event going on or something, then I'll go to it. I usually don't go out of my way to get tickets.
Right.
And I'm just, I'm an old man when it comes to that because, like, sitting on my couch and having a drink in my
commentary?
hand. And, like, having commentary and just
I agree.
all that is way more comfortable to me.
Yeah.
Than,
No, I
yeah,
agree.
and I get that.
But the whole experience, obviously, is great. And I love tailgating.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
It's great.
when we all do it, and I don't know if there's something that came out about our annual
I think
tailgating yet.
Arco said something to me the other day. He's like, "Hey, what time do you think we need to leave? Because everyone's so hyped up." He's like, "What if we leave at like 3 a.m.?" I was like,
3 a.m.?
"What?" He's probably not wrong though.
I mean, you just get there. You're gonna sit there and park.
You're just gonna
I mean,
sit
you're
there
gonna
and
sit there
park.
in the street.
And
So let's
you
just
just
go
start
to
to be
sleep.
so tired,
or start
Bo.
drinking. Oh, do you say start drinking?
Yeah, you're just gonna
I'm
start
going to
partying
sleep for a
early.
couple more hours, dude. When's the last time we've done like a hardcore
Right.
tailgate?
I
It's
mean,
been a few years.
Few years.
yeah, he's
How
on a
much
different
more
level.
tired are you right now?
Yeah,
3 a.m.
3 a.m. We wake up and start. Let's
dude.
start
I said
drinking.
we're gonna do a live
Be
bourbon
sleeping.
review from the Muni lot.
God, we can.
I have a bottle of
that'd be
Baker's bourbon,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
it's like it's a really good bourbon. It's
Here's the deal.
107 proof.
We're gonna start drinking at 3 a.m. Ian's gonna.
Literally, yeah. One bourbon, 2 Heinekens. Literally pants down, telling people he invented the internet.
All right. So speaking of
So today,
speaking of
bourbon views.
Heinekens,
Oh, that's a good segue, right?
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
That's
Go ahead and tell
perfect.
your story.
All right.
It's a really good story.
So yeah, to Steve's point, this was literally a Thursday afternoon. God, how many? So this was right when you met Chelsea. How long ago was
was
this?
like
This
11
would have been
years ago.
2007. So 12 years ago.
12 years ago. I get off of work early. Steve's off of work early. You're there too.
Yep.
Joe Rosa was there. Just a bunch of our friends
Arco.
were around.
Arco,
Arco
yeah.
was there. This is his house, and we just start playing drinking games.
All right.
at,
So hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
Sorry.
So
Are we gonna set the record
Arco and I
straight?
actually started at like noon.
I didn't hear that.
Because no,
go.
no. Arco had a job interview with Great Lakes Brewing Company.
So he's decided to
he
go-
shows up with every single with a 6-pack and or like variety pack.
Every Mike's Hard
of
Lemonade
every-
flavor there is.
Of every Great Lakes. He's like, I have to know all of the beers. Will you test them with me? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I can clock out.
This is
I was working from
fabricated.
home no, 100%. Ask him. I'll call him right now.
I have never heard this part of the story.
We can call him right now.
Oh,
We can.
we
He's gonna
literally
remember
can.
that?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No.
And
All right, fine. I mean, maybe we call
we
him.
could phone him in.
We can
Phone him in.
literally do that.
Want to phone him in?
Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah, I got my phone on me.
Let's phone him in.
So,
Stand
but we drank, or not full beers, because we were just sampling them.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, a couple sips each, but like for hours before
so
anyone
let's,
came over.
Let's start this over. He needed to learn the beers.
Yeah.
So
Because he was
the-
going to an interview to be a salesman, and so he needed to be able to talk intelligently about each.
So this one
brand.
tasted really good, and this one tasted really good too,
Tastes like.
and this one tasted really good.
But remember, this was before like the craft beer boom. So
Yeah.
like you needed to know what the difference was between an IPA and
Slight
an amber
hint,
ale.
slight hint
and,
of cinnamon and popperkosh.
and we weren't that insane. We weren't that detailed, but
All right, should we
so-
finish the story, or do
Either
we call
way.
Arco right away?
no, go ahead and finish.
All right, I'll finish the story and then
And then we'll get
fact check.
confirmation.
We'll
Yeah,
fact check with
check.
Arco.
Yeah.
So we're all sitting around playing drinking games, and couple hours go by.
It's like an hour.
An hour, yeah. A couple minutes, no. Like an hour. And we're done drinking and we're talking about how we're gonna go out to the bar, drink some more, probably get something to eat. And we're all at the table and look over to Ian, and he's like,
He had the looking through the top of his skull look going.
"This is the top of the beer bottle." I'm just staring at it, and there's 3 Heinekens in front of him, and I'm like, I'm like, "Are you okay?" You're like, "But perfectly fine."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What?" You're like, "I got dinner. I gotta go
Yeah,
dinner."
get dinner plans with Chelsea.
Chelsea's-
Didn't she show up?
It
too?
was it was for Danny's
Jesus.
birthday actually.
And Ian's like,
was his
he's
First
birthday.
time you were
Yeah.
meeting her family, wasn't it?
No, I had met them before, but like
First
was like
I
the
think
start.
first like going out to dinner.
and
with
Ian
them.
was like in bed. Like he went to his bedroom. He was just like laying across his bed, just passed out.
So we all turned around, like went to the couch, talking about what we were doing, and he just does like an Irish goodbye into the bedroom, and we turn around and he's gone. We're like, what's going on? And then we try to find him, and Chelsea did come.
She showed up.
We go, and you just see Ian just out on the bed, literally passed out, and she's like, what happened? Like what did he drink? I'm like, 3 Heinekens. Literally, he's having fever dreams, just waking up sweating. I'm like,
all right, let's be fair. I'm always sweating.
yeah, as am I.
Any time of the day.
As am I.
Same here.
But it's still so. After that, I had you in my phone as 3-pack Lewis until I think my last phone I got for some reason it got changed to Ian, which I'm mad about. I got to change it
That's
back.
horseshit.
But anyhow,
All right,
it's
so no,
still-
100%. We were drinking prior to that, and you can call Arco and confirm.
I mean, we can.
But
Because we can show how awesome we are. Hold on one second.
okay.
Okay, so I'm calling Arco. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
sure.
got confused for a
No,
second.
but that was like terrible.
Here's Ian's picture on my phone.
Oh my god.
It's amazing. All right, let me call Arco.
Yeah, that was terrible. Like she was real mad at me.
I'm not.
So we've been dating for like
good reason.
2 months at that point.
She just literally thought that you were drugged. Like
Thursday night. What time is it? Oh yeah, he should be good.
He starts work at like 6 now, though.
Yeah, but he's always up.
He's probably doing like a side job. Side jobs.
hand job.
Better be.
That's what they call it. He's not gonna answer.
Wow.
Who?
Let's leave him a voicemail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who ices the talking dads?
Seriously, this is gonna be really embarrassing.
That's what it showed up on his.
We could
caller ID.
edit this out.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated
Well, at least
voice
he didn't give us the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
radio voice. Tell me $1 million.
everyone's gonna know his number now.
At the tone, please
Oh shit!
I can edit that.
All right.
recording. You may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Yo,
Wow.
Arco, you're live on the Talking Dads here with Corey.
Come on, bro.
What's
what
up,
are you
bro?
doing?
We have a.
How dare you?
We need you to verify a story here. Give Steve a call back if you can. If not, we're gonna verify later.
Yeah, you
Verify.
better fucking call, dude.
XOXO.
Betterverify.com.
XOXO. Bye bye.
But yeah, no, that was insane. I was
Dude,
really bad. But yeah, I mean,
really
you
bad.
still call me fucking
Oh,
Thursday.
yeah.
It's so
He still brings it up all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with good reason.
How could you not? It's
No,
just
100%.
a classic story. It's
That was a fun
all-
time.
All around feel good
Yeah.
story.
Like if we're at a bar and I
good
have
old
a
family
Heineken
fun.
in front of me, you're like, oh god.
Every time, what are you drinking? Heinekens.
Get the gurney.
And then he just starts doing the sway. At the Tribe game, that's what happened too. Because we all had a good time at the Tribe game. I think
we
you
did
had
have
a
good
couple, right?
time. Yeah.
Oh, Ian had a few. And
Yeah.
were you in? You were with us during the game? Because Ian,
Part of it, but then we got separated.
we got separated. So Ian separated himself
Yeah.
from us for
Why?
a
Sometimes
while.
I just like to take a walk.
Dude, I call him. I go, hey, man, where are you? He's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm like, I know. I'm like, yeah, we all are, but where are you? I'm like, we're getting the fuck out of here, man. It's freezing. He's like, all right, I'm just taking a walk.
So cool.
So cold.
Yeah, he just literally had shorts and a tank on.
No, I didn't. Yeah, pretty much.
Dude,
The sun was actually pretty nice, but
in the sun it was
Yeah.
nice.
it was freezing in the shade.
Our awesome
day's
seats
always
where
rough.
we stood on top of a garbage can.
Yeah,
for the whole
Literally
day.
on a garbage can.
The cops made us move.
I'm like, really, man? He's like, why'd you guys put that there? I'm like, it was literally sitting here. We don't
Yeah,
move
we
garbage
brought the
cans around.
garbage can.
Yeah, we brought this from home. Sorry, sir.
I'm like, if you've hit rock bottom if the cops are moving your trash can out of the way that you're eating on.
Like, we're all eating our burgers off of it.
Like, how much lower
And then
did we
people
get?
are just trying to throw their garbage away. We're just like,
Yeah, bro.
are you kidding me, dude?
What people were I'm like, bro, what's your deal, man? This is my trash can.
Freaking table, dude.
Find your own.
Yeah.
Go on, get.
Go get it.
Oh my god. Good times.
Oh, that's incredible.
Good times.
But yeah, I think we're definitely going to tailgate. 3 a.m. I don't know about
I mean, we could do that, but I'm all about like getting in the RV and just passing back out.
once we're in line.
Yeah.
Even before we're in line. On the way down, I'm just passing out. If we do it.
I can't do it. 3. Yeah. That's
Yeah, we have to
that'll be rough.
perform.
You're right. We do.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, you do.
No, but wouldn't that be cool though? We'll
Peak
drink.
physical condition.
We'll do a bourbon review with bakers. It'll be perfect.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
I love the idea.
We'll set up
I'm
like
in.
a little card table, like right outside the RV.
No, that's phenomenal.
Right in the community lot. We'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We're doing it
Yeah, it
live.
should be a good time.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's
I want to
already-
be there too.
You can be there, Corey.
Thanks, guys.
Just Uber down later.
That's what Arco said. He's like, dude, it's gonna be me and you going down there at 3, and everyone else is just gonna Uber, and we're gonna have all the spots saved. And I was like, whatever,
I mean, that's perfect for me.
fine.
That's great.
Yeah.
Might not be in the best shape to do a bourbon review, but
Hopefully, hopefully the brakes don't go this year.
oh god, remember that?
Oh yeah, I had to go. I had to go
directing traffic.
RV
I had to
women.
go negotiate with the freaking guard. I go, listen, dude, that RV, it's coming down this hill right now. He goes, okay. I'm like, it doesn't have brakes, so we need to get. I'm like,
We're
we need to
getting
get
in
here.
one way or
He
the
goes-
other.
He goes, what do you want me to do with that? I'm like,
Open the gate.
I'm like, we got to get in. And there's like 3 people standing in front of it, like.
What was that like Naked Gun when he's running and his legs are going over his head? Like we're just sitting in the I'm sitting in the passenger seat of the RV and I just see Steve running in front.
Well,
of
dude,
us.
I was holding the spots.
people.
I was holding the spots inside the lot, and like one
yeah.
of you called me. It was like, dude, we might need some help guiding this RV.
The
And I'm like,
brakes
what do you
went.
mean? Like, well, there's no brakes. So I'm like running. I'm so out of breath.
Dude, because we went in there early, we had like 6 spots. We were just sitting there with chairs, and we had like rocks sitting in spots.
Yeah.
Like and people would pull up, like, nah.
We put like a solo cup in one spot.
like,
Like,
no,
yes,
that's
taken.
that's ours.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
Clearly marked.
What do you? Yeah,
Didn't pay for any
what do
of
you
them.
mean no brakes?
Yeah, he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's coming in.
Because he
Yeah,
said like the lot was full, right?
he
You're
goes, it's full. I'm
dude,
like, no, we got 6
this
spots.
is
He goes,
coming in one way or the other.
yeah, I'm like, no matter what, it's coming in. He's like,
4 casualties.
Yeah.
I
This is
think
like-
that's actually pretty good
Yeah,
for no
absolutely,
brakes.
for sure.
yeah, we don't talk about those people.
Oh, sorry.
Don't bring that up
Oh,
again.
my. Let's edit that out.
Yeah, we can.
We made a pact.
We did, and you just. Corey's mic is number 2.
I'm gonna edit you out.
You're edited.
Oh man. So yeah, Brown season should be fun.
It should be.
Hopefully, the Tribe makes the playoffs. We should.
How you feeling
We had a
about
good day
that?
today.
We did have a
You're
good
big
day.
Picked up a
baseball
game
fan.
and a half
Well, here's the
today.
deal. You go. We need. So the end of this last game,
We picked
we
up a
start
game
hitting.
and a half.
we did because they lost
Twins lost.
2
Twins
games
got
in a row.
crushed.
Yeah. Well, no, they were down 11-2. They ended up losing 11-7. So our bats were just dead for the last 3 games. But then at the end of this game, we scored.
But we pulled
With
out
4
2
runs in
wins
the end.
today.
So we're good. We're in good shape.
Yeah.
And we're playing them for 4 games this
4
weekend.
games straight. Yeah.
We just need to get the
Starting
bats
tomorrow.
going. I'm feeling. When I don't even know if I'm confident. I feel good about it. I feel like
You know what I'm going to say about the Tribe is for the last 2 years,
we've been so far
everyone
ahead.
said like, hey, they haven't had to have any competition at the end of the season.
0, 'cause
That's
they've
gonna
already
hurt them
won
in
the division.
playoffs. And it did.
Oh, killed them because they were.
We're going to have to work to
They were
get
just
in.
smooth sailing the entire
Right.
season last 2 years.
Right. We're going to have to work to get in, and I think that's a good thing for this
That'll
team.
test it.
Yeah.
So, no, I feel good about that. I know that their schedule's easier than ours, and they're still they're coming back. Like
Yeah,
they're starting to play better again.
but we're also getting healthy,
Yeah,
and they've had a couple guys go down.
that's true, which is nice. If we could get in the playoffs, man, I'll be very happy.
Yeah.
I feel better about them. I just don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
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 No, I don't. I don't have much to add on the tribe, candidly. Even though I would
Candidly.
love to see, but
Yeah. It's cool.
That's
All right.
but
so,
the Browns and the Cavs, yeah,
So
kind of Cavs, not really Cavs. Browns.
I mean, I love the Cavs, but
yeah.
it's gonna be rough for a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough couple of years.
I mean, I'm just happy. I'm happy Price came back.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, what? I thought you were about to say the prices go down for tickets. Like,
No, Mark Price.
Oh, Mark Price, he's back?
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
I was gonna say something that's gonna be bad. I'm not gonna say.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
You know exactly what I'm
Oh, I wanted to say it too.
talking about. I know we're not going to.
All right.
That's to do with the
Yeah, I still
Porsche.
don't know. What's that?
Nothing.
Oh
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Oh yeah.
All right. So anywho, we are
I know exactly.
we
what
are
it does.
here.
All right, so let's transition back to some dad shit.
Dad things.
I like that.
So Alex just moved out, and I want to know a little bit more about that.
Sure.
'Cause-
Yeah. Where did he move?
Yeah. Like,
Has he moved in with his girlfriend?
So
I guess you're gonna tell us
he
right
is-
go on.
No,
Continue.
he is actually moving in to the basement of his friend's house with his friends living with his grandma that they just moved into a house in Euclid, and he's moving into the basement.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the situation hasn't been the best with a teenager, and I mean, it was best that he moved out. And I think for him, you know, he's working full time. Actually, there was a time there he was working like 7 days a week.
Oh.
But I'm trying to teach him, you know, how to manage money and that sort of
Right.
thing and not blow it. But, you know, certainly could afford to live on his own or live with a roommate. And this was a situation that presented itself. Arco actually said that he would be able to move into his basement. I think
Arco's
Arco
always
has
dying for
16
roommates.
people in his house right now. It's literally full.
Gotta get him on the phone. What
He's
the
a
fuck?
he's a genius.
He literally goes, he could move into my base. And I told him that. I'm like, Arco's probably going to be, I'm like, he doesn't even really require you to pay all the time. So I'm like, he's actually a pretty good landlord.
He's the best. And the guy's literally never around.
I know he's never home.
Never.
Dude just works.
Yeah. He's a workhorse, man.
He really is.
But yeah, so he moved out now. And for us, I mean, to be honest, like it was a release off of our shoulders. Like it was just with everything going on and
that's what I
the
was saying. And the
animosity
same-
there, it was rough.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, I get frustrated with my kid, but he's 4, right? Once they're an adult, like, I don't know how I would deal with that. And like, I know you, I know your patience level and everything else.
Yeah.
And like, look, an 18, 19, 20-year-old kid is gonna do 18, 19, 20-year-old kid shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
For sure.
Stupid shit.
But like to be responsible for that and like see it, like
It's
I don't know. Like, I don't know how I will deal
I've
with
taken
that.
every guys, I'll tell you, I've taken every approach.
Yeah.
I mean, to like coddling, you know, having good, thoughtful conversations, to losing my temper, to you know, screaming, to you name it. Like it's all happened, and it's to a point to where like they're at the age where they're gonna do what they want to do, and their mind is working a certain way, and they're independently making decisions and thinking. And now people, especially teenagers, have access to so much information around
Whether it
them.
be true or false.
Whether it's true or false,
Right.
they think they're even. We always thought we were right
100%.
Yeah.
with our parents, right? Like you always
we
think
were,
they don't know what
but-
they're talking about,
100%.
right? Now, picture if you have people online that are, you know, writing opinion blogs that are validating your point of views.
Right.
Well,
Whatever
the problem
it
is
may be.
like okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
Google that what my dad just said, and like the first thing that pops up.
Yeah,
could
you
be
can
some
find
bullshit.
either
Right,
way.
exactly.
And the
Yeah.
first thing that
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like look at
Right.
you're reading information off the onion.
It-
Right,
it's-
right.
Well, Dad, I
yeah.
saw this online, so looks like you're wrong.
and that's what it is.
that's
There's-
kind of
there's a challenge
that
there.
sucks. Yeah.
You know, and I was also raised, you know, a certain way in terms of you have responsibilities. Those responsibilities are yours as long as you're living under that roof and they never stop. That's obviously a challenge you always have with your
Yeah.
teenagers. Like there were certain things that you needed to do, didn't do them. So it got to the point where we're like, listen, you want to do your thing. You don't want to have anything to do with the family. I'm like, you just need to move out.
Yeah.
You know, and it took him a while to do it, but found a spot, and I think everybody's going to be better for it. You know, and maybe he I'm hoping, even if it doesn't work out, and
It's another life lesson.
it's going to be a life lesson,
Right.
exactly, and he'll realize, what it's like to actually have, the responsibilities and have to pay rent and do things.
Yeah, like,
on
oh
your own.
shit, like, this
Right.
is what my mom and dad did for
Right.
me. Like,
'Cause everything-
I don't know, that's a huge, like.
But then you
when
start to get a
grow
new
up
respect
and
for your
get
parents
out.
when that kind of stuff
You
happens.
do.
So that's a good thing.
I'm hoping, yeah. I mean,
No.
I think everybody has an epiphany at a certain point where they're like, maybe I was being a bit of an asshole.
Yeah.
Right? You mature, you realize, this helped me realize like the teenage years, and I mean, my perception of myself is probably still way off because I'm like, I was never that much of a dick.
Right.
But if you went and asked my parents, I'm sure they,
Kind of.
Dude, I remember.
dick.
I remember. I remember when I got out of the Marine Corps, I moved to Vegas, and it was bad. Like, racked up a shit ton of debt. Even though I'd been on my own for 4 years, I still had the Marine Corps that like takes care of you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, to a lesser extent as your parents, but they're not going to let you go completely derail, right? Like, there's checks and balances in place to make sure that you're a productive member of your unit, right?
Yep.
So I got out and I went to Vegas, and I was just like, I was 21, and that was my first time being like alone. And it was great. Like,
You're free.
I was like, this is amazing. I can do whatever I want. And, so I had to
Vegas.
get a job and everything else.
Best
But I
place
did.
to
worst
go.
place
The,
you
the
could
most
possibly be
expensive,
in that place in your
craziest
life.
place.
Yeah. It was
Couldn't
the
be worse.
dumbest thing ever, but it was amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
That 10 months was incredible. And then I had to call my parents. I was like, look, I'm really bad spot here. Like,
Yeah.
I owe a lot of people money, and like, so they did. They brought me home, and but yeah, I remember, like, all right, I wasn't like in a bad spot, like I couldn't live on my own, but like it was
Got a few drug dealers out there.
Clearly, I had to
cartels
be
after
out
him.
of Vegas. Like, I had to leave there. So when I moved home, I remember I drove home over like 2 days, and I got home, and I like had a car that had everything that I owned was in it, and I like went into my old room, and I made it like 12 hours, and my dad was like, "All right, well, I need you to do this before you leave," and I'm like, I'm fucking 21 years old,
Right,
like, or I
right.
was 22 at that time. I was like, "What are you
Yeah.
talking about?" He's like, "You're
How
living
about you
here."
sit on it and spin, Will.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's how that went.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Piece of
very
wood out.
quickly, I was like, all right, and I found a place to live like that day. Like, I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Whether that was the right move or not, I don't know. But like, I got out.
It worked
and,
out.
You're like, that Burger King bathroom was cramped. But I called it home.
No, I found it awesome. Dude, I found a place, and then I found a dog, and like,
yeah.
I went and got Jasper, and like,
That wasn't the St. Lawrence place, was it?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is a bad
Right out. What was that? Shoreham. Yeah,
remember
right
that.
Right off
Dude,
of St. Lawrence. Yeah.
Times
that was a
at that
fun
freaking
house.
place.
Oh my
When
god!
your dad
man.
showed up to the party.
It's like,
Your dad showed up to the party, and there's 47 people around, and he just locks eyes with me. I'm literally sitting there like innocent, just drinking. I'm just like having a good time, I was in like chill mode.
Yeah.
And he just walks in, he's just like,
Because we were all like 22.
yeah,
Yeah.
we were of
walked
age
up,
for sure.
He's like, what the fuck's going on here? I'm like,
Because I had that neighbor.
Dad.
I had that neighbor.
Neighbor that.
Oh yeah,
and rightfully
we got in a
so.
fight. Yeah, we got in a fight that night.
Remember you and I think it was me, you, and
It was me,
and
you, yeah.
me, you, and maybe Rosa. I don't know. We got lawn chairs.
Yeah.
Sat right up.
That
next
was
to the
Arco. Remember, he
fence.
started pushing us
Yeah.
because he was mad that we were doing that.
Oh yeah, he was pissed.
He was not happy with us.
And like rightfully so though.
Yeah,
Like,
we
assholes.
were.
Well, I don't
being,
blame the guy for being pissed, but
We were being huge jerks.
Yeah.
well, dude, I mean,
But he was
it
being a huge jerk.
He was.
Well, yeah. Like, dude, you don't mess with 47, 22-year-olds that are drinking.
Oh,
That's the last thing I would do. It's like we're just have
It's
to
like,
bear
you know
down.
what?
And
I'm just gonna like deal with it for tonight, and then I'm
And
gonna go
yeah.
talk to him tomorrow.
I remember when the night I had to restrain Will. Make sure there's arms behind his back. Tell him to calm down. Just kidding, Will. Don't kill me. Don't hurt me.
That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
fun house, though. It
was
was
a
a
lot of
really
fun.
fun house. We had a lot of good times there. That was where
was
the,
great.
that Thursday night incident happened.
We had
That's where exactly where it happened.
The Halloween costumes was at that house where we dressed up the same. As
with the prison,
the convicts,
the prison,
the zombies.
the zombie prison.
we went to
guys.
Wing House for the Wing House.
No, was it?
Well, it was
Wing
Wing
House.
House.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We didn't even get stabbed. That was cool.
You guys showed up at
I just
Mike's
remember
that night
being-
too.
We went to
Yeah,
Mike's
we went to
and Wing
Mike's.
House.
And I remember we were like
Wing-
at
yeah.
a stoplight on like Menor Ave.
Mike's
or
was
something like that.
Mike's Halloween. He doesn't do that anymore, does he?
No.
No,
That was
it's
a
been
fun
while.
time. Every
those
year,
are,
Mike.
those are great parties, man.
Mike and Christina threw great parties, man.
Those were
And
so fun.
Yeah.
They were. Like, we all had a blast every time. Every time
Those
just
are
had a
such
blast.
good times, man.
I looked forward
those,
to it every
those
year.
were the days.
Yep.
Yeah, now Halloween
real.
is Boo at the Zoo.
Oh.
and-
Literally have to hide alcohol in a coffee mug while you're walking your kids down the street. You have to hide your enjoyment. I don't want anybody to see my happiness.
It's not legal.
Oh man.
So, sorry. Oh, I'm getting all choked up about those old days. So you were saying before about Alex, though, like you said,
Yeah.
it's like a weight off your shoulders that he's gone. But as a parent, I mean, still you have that in the back of your mind. Like you worry probably constantly about the kid.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
it
that doesn't go away.
It doesn't. You know,
I mean, a little bit of that you get to kind of get him out of your hair.
yeah, no, it is. It's, you know, again, the terms weren't the best. You know, you'd rather kind of see him out on his way, knowing like everybody's ready. You know, he's ready to conquer the world on his own.
Yeah.
And it's not a situation where like he's leaving because he doesn't want to be there and necessarily follow the rules of the house, which is what this situation was. But at the same time, to your point, obviously you don't want anything bad to happen.
Absolutely,
As a
'cause
parent, you worry, you know, about any of your kids' well-being, but
Yeah.
you know, it's for me. You know, I wish him the best, and you know, we'll
Hope he makes all the right decisions.
I hope
and
so
everything.
too.
Yeah.
You know, the biggest thing is, you know, at least for me, it was challenging too. Is like, you know, when you get a first real job, is like managing your financials. Like
Yeah.
that's something that you can't. I mean, I know there's people saying like that should be a school course, and I still
Yeah.
think it
It
literally
absolutely should be 100%.
because people don't, you know, he by the end of the year was going to be, you know, making $35,000 to $40,000 a year probably, and you know, for somebody who doesn't, you know, is working at a restaurant or something like that, making, you know, part time to that, you don't even know how to handle it.
Right.
No, you don't.
Right?
You don't have to manage that money.
No.
I mean, it's like, holy shit, this is a ton of money.
You're like, I could
20 years
spend
old.
it here, I could spend it here, and there's going to be more coming here, and we all went through that phase where the first time you get like your first big, you know, paycheck or what you consider big, you're just like, dude, money's not a problem.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, this is boom.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
No responsibilities.
Yeah.
There's nothing to worry about.
First time I racking in
Buying 4
$30K a year.
Heinekens. I'm buying 4 Heinekens and
Ian's
going
going
to the
straight.
night.
Oh man,
Last year, 3.5 weeks.
Ian just getting kicked out of 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, I buy a case of Heinekens. I'm good for 3 weeks.
Yeah, just arrested 15 times.
Yeah, Ian's always getting kicked out of every bar, just fighting everybody.
No, you're right though. I mean, like, the set of worries, I guess, has got to be different when they're that age, because he's an adult, right? Like,
Yep.
Getting in a lot more
he's-
trouble as an adult.
He's got
I mean,
different. There's a different set of responsibilities that like fall on him, and now fall on you, right?
Yep.
Like, so up until they're adults, everything ends up falling on you.
Yep.
And then like there's got to be this transition, or at least what I imagine to be this transition where like, okay, as they're 16, you start putting this responsibility on them, and like it still ultimately falls upon you, but like at 20 years old, like you're a man, you know what
Yep.
I mean? And
No, it
so, you hope that like the stuff that you've taught him growing up is valid and stays with him, and like you'll be there for him, I'm sure, but he's got to like, you're gonna make mistakes. I mean, fuck,
everybody does,
we
man.
made
It's
so
I
many
mean,
mistakes.
Oh yeah, you do, yeah. And I mean it just you hope, you know. And then for me, I've had that safety net. I know both of us have, in terms of people around us being supportive when you do. And I think the most important thing is, and this is what's challenging, and you learn this as you're older, not only, you know, for you in your personal life, but professional life too, is like learning and listening.
Yeah.
and recalibrating.
Like, hey, I don't know everything.
Exactly.
I recalibrate every single. I mean, almost like daily.
Right.
There's just things that I think about that I'm like, wow, I could
no
probably
shit.
take a different approach to that. Like,
right.
you know, and that I think is the most important thing if you're open-minded.
Right.
For sure.
No, that's true. I think that's a hard skill to learn is being open-minded about any part of your life. Like, somebody's going to teach you something that, like, you never thought of that perspective.
Yep.
And if you can, honestly, if you can teach your kid to be open-minded to learn that, like, they're going to be okay.
For sure.
And that's got to be a hard thing to do.
Yep. No, it is. You know, there's pros and cons to, you know, obviously the age span, but part of it is like I had experience,
Yeah,
you
so
know,
then
through
coming-
this. At least with Dom, I mean, I can admit, I know Liv is. I mean, she's gonna be a fucking nightmare. Like, there's no other way around it. Like her mom, you know, like literally, her mom's a nightmare too. Christy, you're a nightmare.
Love you, Kristen.
We do.
Yeah, but she is, you know, again, the passion and the fire behind it is something that's good, but at the same time, it's going to be important for us to make sure that they, you know, we teach them. And that's all you can do is you can teach, you can give guidance. But for me, my philosophy as a dad, you know, I try very hard not to lock down and lock people away from anything because that never ends up well from what I've seen, you know. And you protect them, you give them guidance, you're there to support them. But either way, they're going to have to learn for themselves. Like, that's the oldest thing. Everybody knows it. Like,
Right.
how many times have we made the same mistake that, you know, our parents or somebody influenced
Told
us
us about.
told us literally not to do.
Like,
Yeah.
well, fuck this. You're like, well, they were obviously right, and I
Like,
still did it.
And we
so.
just ignored them.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're gonna, you know.
Yeah, you were
You're
still
gonna do it
wrong.
anyways. Yeah, exactly. It's, yeah, mom and dad, you're still wrong.
But they're so right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean-
you're right.
It's true though, and that's how you learn though.
Right.
Yep.
You know, you hope when the mistakes they make are nothing major. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Even if they are, you can still. I mean, you're still going to learn a valuable life lesson.
Yep.
And you know, you'll better yourself that way. So, I mean, people fuck around for a long time before they figure it out.
Right.
He's 20. I mean, that's not saying that like it's too early for him to figure it out, but it's a good time for him to figure it out.
He was literally getting truckloads of condoms shipped to the house, which was cool.
Literally?
Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
Hold the
So you can get like free from the government, and literally every other day, just like a Santa Claus bag full of condoms has showed up at the door.
Stop it.
Yeah. This is neat, cool. I mean,
Dude, if I knew that stuff was coming to the house, I'd be sitting at the curb making sure my parents didn't know it was coming.
Not him. He's like, yo, I'm fucking. and you're gonna pick up my shit when it comes too. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll just grab those. I mean,
Fuck.
Oh my
the
god.
silver lining to that is that he's
He's using
condoms,
protection.
Yeah. Sure.
Hey,
right?
boom.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe a little more tact would have been cool. You know, maybe a
little bit.
PO box. I
So
don't
wait,
know.
you could just get them. I guess I never even thought about that.
Yeah, there's the government. It's free, so you can.
Well, even if you weren't using that, like just Amazoning something, like, dude, I remember having to go and buy condoms, like
It's the
miserable.
worst.
Yeah.
I still don't.
No.
you
No, I'm
buy
like,
them?
No, it's been a while.
For me and you.
Yeah.
Okay.
you guys still use them? No, it's the worst. It's never
I'm thinking about it.
not embarrassing though.
No, it is. I haven't. The last time and it's like at the same time though. Why is it? Because the last time I remember, which is a long time ago, you're going to the gas station at like 3 in the morning, and it's just like, you should feel pretty jazzed up.
Right.
You're pretty good about it.
I think it was one time I bought them and the cashier's like, have a good time. It was like this girl. Like, thanks, babe.
Yeah, you want to try them out?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will have a good time.
But at the same time, you're just like all awkward, and
Yeah.
Or, also like the whole tampon thing if you're at the store.
Yeah.
That's still something that's not really cool.
No.
You know, if you have to pick them up, and my wife's like, grab them for me. And
Or there's they're like, oh, wow, what a great husband. You're like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
damn right I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Best.
Just cover them up. Like, I remember I put them on there one time, and I just put stuff all around them, like milk.
Put Lay's on top of them.
Boxes of cereal.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
if they're there, I'll take them.
Oh, wait a second. She's just throwing stuff out. What is down there? Oh, lifts it up, looks at it.
I just hide them inside the Heineken case.
Yeah. You know you'll need them after 2.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Damn Heinekens. We're gonna have Heinekens on the next episode.
Oh, dude.
I don't know why we didn't bring Heinekens. That would have been.
You
so
should have,
good.
Corey.
I know. I'm such a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's why. You know,
That's why I'm episode 19.
that's why his mic's getting turned off today.
That's the reason behind that.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right.
All
Okay,
right,
so
go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I must turn my own mic off.
No, you do it. Oh, weird.
No, go ahead. Honestly.
No. So I was gonna say something that we do on our show.
I was gonna say.
All right, so say it.
No, go ahead.
You say it.
No,
No, go ahead.
say it first. I'm not hanging up till you say it. Corey, you want to leave? It's gonna get weird in here.
It's about to get weird.
We're gonna make animal noises. All right, go ahead. E. Go.
All right, so we do a couple different little spots, but one of them what we do is a proud dad moment.
Okay.
And so we like to challenge our guests to like think back something that's maybe a little bit different that you were really proud of.
Something that sticks out to you.
Something that sticks out to you. One of your kids, all of your kids, or just like as a dad, if you whatever.
Okay, give me a minute to think. Something good.
All right.
Oh, wow, on the spot.
That was a long. No, take your time. You don't have to hurry.
Don't
rush it.
I got one. That's a pretty proud dad moment, I thought.
Yeah.
I think I might have posted on Facebook about this, but I was putting Dom to bed. He was probably like 2 years old, and it was the first time that he farted on me.
That's the best.
Hey, you know what?
I mean,
Like intentionally too?
Yeah, no, and I remember it because he's like, I farted, and he like looked over at me, and he thought it was the best thing ever, and then I farted back.
Yeah.
And we were just giggling together, like just having.
Hey, I don't care how old you are.
time.
Farting is never not going to be funny to me.
That is a father-son moment. Like I remember the first time Gibbs did that to me.
I still remember.
Yeah.
it.
Dude, no, I
Yeah.
remember. It's the
Has
best.
Ben done it yet?
Ben is not. Sam is like can fart on demand. I
Yeah.
feel like he's so good at it.
Yeah.
And he's like, he just goes, farted. And I'm like, dude, come on.
Yes. I'll
Yeah, high
say
five,
a
dude.
serious.
That's inappropriate.
A serious proud dad moment is, when I see, and this is more than one, it's happened more than one time. I guess it's more of kind of a behavior, but when I see my son, Dominic, love and care for his sister on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And, kiss her, hug her, take care of her, make sure that she has everything she needs. They're all playing outside with the boys. He's watching over her. To me, that's a huge proud dad moment because I know that he, that's something that I've preached to him in the beginning. I was like, it's your responsibility, as well. When you're with your sister, I'm like, you have to take care of her.
Yeah.
She looks up to you. You're the older brother. You make sure that she gets everything she needs.
Yeah.
And I see that. And other people have come to me literally recently and said, I just want to let you know your son is such a caring kid.
That's awesome.
So, and then I just tooted as the guy was telling me that, and then my son came up and tooted. Yeah.
Sorry
That's
about
awesome.
that.
No, that's really cool. I mean, I think that's a common trend in
this
when
guy
we
was
ask
burning.
guys about, proud moments, and it's usually about like the manners and or the behaviors of their oldest that looks out for the youngest.
Yep.
Because that is a huge thing. I think that's something that we all try, and I know, and I've seen you talk to Sam, you know, hey, look, Ben's like, especially after everything that Ben went through,
Yeah.
you look out for your brother, man, and
Yeah,
like
so
I certainly do that with Gibbs. Like, hey, Sloane's your little sister.
Mm-hmm.
You look out for her.
Yeah. Because I know that's important because that's what my brothers did for me.
Right.
I lived as the youngest of three. it was much easier for me.
Right.
Because I had 2 older brothers that looked out for me all the time. You know what I mean? Like I had older friends because of that. I had people watching my back all the time. So I never had to worry about anything.
Right.
So that means a lot to me. So like I tell Sam that all the time.
Yeah.
Like watch out for your little brother.
Yep.
That's the most important person. You watch out for him. Yeah. Always have his back no matter what. You know, that's the kind of stuff. It's important.
It is.
100%.
He's a ruffian. He'll rough you. Dom will rough you up. He's a little brick shit
Grab
house.
his weapons.
Oh,
He's got his weapons, man, at all times.
Yeah.
I've seen his arsenal in the
Guy's
basement.
been trained since he was like 2.
Yeah, he is a machine.
He's got his arsenal in the basement. I can't find any ammo for any of that arsenal.
Yeah.
But he's got all those Nerf guns. Every time I'm trying to find some freaking ammo, could never find the right one for the right gun.
His weapons.
Weapons. All right, that's good. So those are good. Very well said.
Thanks.
So we do another thing.
What's that?
So
What is it?
did I just hit it?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Are you ready for this?
No.
Dad hack.
Dad hack.
Do you have a dad hack?
Oh, Jesus.
We do. You know, we could do an example.
Yeah. What's an example?
Well, yeah, because he unsubscribed for a while.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. So you weren't following for a
Wait,
while.
where am I right now?
Wait, this isn't the barber in the brain? Where's Marco?
Where is he, Marco?
So like, a dad hack, like something that I'll give you an example. So for me, it's with a young like baby or toddler trying to change a diaper or put on their pants. Like so, it was always a tough thing getting them to keep their feet still. They're kicking all the time, flipping over. So mine was I rolled up the first pant leg, put it all the way to the top of their thigh.
Okay.
And then that way it gave me time to pull over the other pant leg. So that's just like a little hack that I came up with that Ian's used. He said it
100%.
works.
It works.
So just like something small like that, Ian's is, I mean, he could tell you, or, I mean, I don't know if that's enough for you or if you need
No,
another
I mean, I know
example.
what you're saying, but I don't know if I have any dad hacks. I mean, pretty much what happens is I try to do things for the kids. I do them wrong, and my wife takes over.
That's a dad hack.
That's literally a dad hack.
So what he's saying, like, I mean, just like, oh, babe, I can't do it. So it's
Yeah,
like you pretend like you can't do something, and then the wife takes over, and you're all set. And then you're like,
I hacked the
I'm gonna
shit
go
out
back
of
to my
that.
I'm gonna go back to my show.
I hacked the shit out of it. Yeah, I'd come up with my Call of Duty headset on and be like, oh, I got to change a diaper.
Oh my God! Hey, Ian, you need to put a picture across the screen on this one. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna find
God.
100%.
Which one? Oh, no.
it. The one where Christy's doing like an art project with the kids, and then Corey's going to the fridge with his headset or a controller to go grab a beer or something.
I'm the best, aka the worst human.
No, man.
Oh, I was literally coming up to get a drink. Just
And the best
literally
part is like
slaughtered.
you're like rushing too. Like you could tell us in between
yeah.
matches. So he had like 2 minutes
He had 2
to get
minutes
up to the
tops.
fridge.
I literally had no time for any bullshit.
He's got the headset on still, and he's got the
I
controller
think
in
she
his
tried
hand.
to talk to me and asked me a question.
Like, nah.
I was just like, fuck off.
You can hear the timer in the background go beep beep.
Yeah, beep, beep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You go upstairs and it starts disconnecting from the PS4, so people are going in and out as they're talking. You start getting nervous.
Corey's panicking.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, guys, hello,
Yeah,
guys.
I can't
The comms are
imagine.
down. The comms are down.
I can't imagine why Don was devastated. You took his friend away.
Yeah. Is it bad? Yeah, I mean, he just knows. He's like, oh, you're probably gonna go downstairs and play duty, aren't you? That's what he said to me. That was a proud moment.
You guys ever heard his mom say that before to you?
Yeah.
Should go downstairs and play
One-
duty on you.
One more proud moment that I just remember. Sorry,
No,
I
go
know
ahead.
I'm
Hey.
breaking it.
No, go
ahead.
You said one, but this just
You can do as
happened
many as you want.
yesterday.
Do
So
6.
I thought you would get a kick out of this because it was kind of bittersweet, but I was still proud. We were at Scooters. You guys love Scooters, right?
Oh,
Scooter's
Scooter's the
great.
best.
So
Classic.
we stopped by. Well, we actually had dinner at Zappatelli's. I'm sure you guys
meet the
like
ball?
that. Yeah. And then we went to Scooters for some Scream, and we're in there, and Dom orders birthday cake ice cream, just like a towering cone, and we get back to the seat to wait, and he's just rubbing his stomach. He looks up. He's like, I really gotta go poop. So we have to go in the back and find it. You know, it's a small joint, and he's in there. He goes back there. A minute after he goes back there, they bring the ice cream cone, and they put it down. 25 minutes later, he's still in the bathroom. So it's a 25 to 30 minute dump, and the ice cream's just melting everywhere. that was a proud dad moment to me because I thought
he have your
25
phone?
to
Was he-
30 minutes was pretty good. And then I went back to check on him, making sure like he was still alive. And he's like, sorry, Dad, it's a super sloppy one. So that was a proud dad moment.
That's amazing.
Literally,
Not surprised.
Christy's like holding the cones just dripping down her hand. And she's
Any minute
she's
now.
furious. She's furious. But puts it down and yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
incredible.
Oh, both.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You're fine.
Ooh.
I'm dying to see that.
What's that?
I'm dying to just see Christy holding his
dude.
ice cream
I was
cone.
probably
Furious.
just squeezing between her hands.
She's like
The
yelling at
cone's
me. She's
just
like,
destroyed.
"So did you tell him his cone's here and it's melting?"
You can't
I'm like,
rush it, though.
I'm like, no, I
not healthy.
told him to take longer because I want to hear you, bitch.
Yeah.
You totally said
Yeah.
that.
Oh, you know that. That's literally what I
Obviously.
said. Yeah. I'm like,
Word
I
for
really
word.
want to hear your mom. Can you please take at least 30 minutes more?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, that's incredible.
It's your fault, Corey. It's always your fault.
Oh man.
Man, it is. It is.
All right.
That happens.
All right. So we covered a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
What else you got for us? You got anything
close
you
it
want
out,
to
man.
discuss?
Want to plug something? You want to ask some questions? You want to talk about it?
I don't have any plugs. Don't have any questions. I mean, no, I guess the only thing is like if you guys want to talk about gender, race, politics, or religion.
No, we're good.
Okay, I'm gonna cut it off now. So, yes, Corey, let's cover all of that tonight.
No,
Please.
it was a fantastic time. I appreciate it.
It's fun, right?
Oh,
Like,
just
it's-
talking to two guys that I love.
Yeah.
Drinking bourbon.
Yeah.
What could be better?
Yeah, 100%.
Isn't it fun? It's easy.
Appreciate it.
It's fun to hang out.
I appreciate
We
you.
appreciate you, Corey. Hey,
All right, cool. Yeah, let's hold on. I need to get a little
Yeah, I'm gonna.
refresher.
I just poured this little
Let me
guy.
get a little button.
All right.
oh yeah, stirred it up too.
Oh yeah.
There
You
it
need
is.
more? Or are you good, Stevie?
I'm good, man. I'm gonna have a little bit more actually.
Okay.
Yeah, pass it down. Whatever.
Yeah. Let's pass it down.
There you go, Stevie.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man, this was great. We're gonna do it again. We're as we grow this thing, we're trying to think long term of how we use our platform to kind of communicate to other dads and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I think our friends are going to inherently be more and more important as
Yes.
we bring them back and like do like multiple like 2 friends at a time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
like
group it
bring them
up.
on and like figure out like what's going on right now. So
The next
You'll be on again.
I'm excited. You know who we should bring on with me next time is Mr. Bill Hayes.
Oh, we've talked about that.
yeah.
As I said,
Well, no, when we were talking about like having you on,
Yeah.
like, and we were like, okay, so Corey will be great. Do we add Bill to the mix just to make it insane?
there would be so much editing though.
Oh my god! I did hold it back tonight, fellas, because I'm
Oh,
like,
hey, you know
No,
what?
you were great.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
here's the thing: it's like we like to have fun on this show.
sure.
There's definitely like serious topics, and you can take it as serious as you want. But fatherhood is like a big deal to us, to all
sure.
of us.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
we
No, it
know
is.
that.
I mean, if it wasn't, then we wouldn't be doing this, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so, but I think there's definitely an opportunity to kind of get over the top on some topics at least. And like I'm excited to start doing a little bit more of that.
get
And like
there.
maybe in a shorter time frame, like, all right, we're gonna do this episode on, so I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
You know, if you tell me to turn it up,
Oh yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
turn it
Let's
up.
We'll give you the nudge. Corey,
I'll turn it up real hard.
just activate him.
Yeah. You want to activate me?
Yeah.
We'll get you activated.
Fucking activate me, boys.
All right, very cool. All right, yeah, let's do a cheers.
Let's cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers,
Your
Joe.
family.
Thank
You've done
you.
an amazing
Cheers to you
job
guys.
growing up
Yes.
Appreciate it.
with your kids and everything. That's amazing. So,
Appreciate it, guys. And,
Yeah,
and
appreciate
both
Thanks
of
for
you
being
as
here,
well.
man.
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Oh, dude.
cheers.
Love you guys.
Love you.
So I have a tough time with this because my nose is so big.
Well, they're not meant to like take a huge.
You know what they say about that?
Yeah, but it's just like I have to really.
Yeah.
you know what they say about that?
What do they say about?
Where's a big face mask?
Your pee-pee.
Oh yeah. Yeah, is that what they say? I guess that's what they say. So
They say
you know it's got to be true.
All right. So with that, let's wrap episode number 19.
19.
Steve, thank you very much. Corey,
Landmark.
Ian, thank you.
Thanks for
Corey,
being
thank
here.
you.
Appreciate it.
Corey, thanks for being you.
Till next time, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah. Guys,
Twitter,
I'm
YouTube.
resubscribing tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
Spotify.
Spotify, iTunes, Google,
All
however
your
you,
favorite
wherever you get your
podcasts.
podcasts. And look out for more to come from the Talking Dads. And
Great guys.
thanks a lot, man. Appreciate
Corey,
it.
you.
thank you.
All right, man. That's a wrap.
That is a wrap.
Hey guys, if you like what you just heard or watched, please don't be shy. Give us a like, subscribe, follow us on our social media pages, and drop us some comments, literally, about anything. Your support means the world to us and legit keeps us going. And most of all, thank you for all of your support.